El Twinkie positioning at the south gate. By the looks of it, it looks like it could be a 3-point run. Nahova, thank you so much for the follow. 30 seconds. Modern, TC, Morningdale, let's get it. You got El Twinkie here checking his stuff. Moods 710, thank you so much for the follow, brother. It is appreciated. El Twinkie about to forgot to consume a classic thing that can happen, but that's what everybody's here for. Iron Kilo, thank you so much for the follow. Let's go. 5 seconds, guys. Let's get into it. It is going to start. Let's see how Modern faces TC here, and it looks like he's going out to B gate. Poison shot arrow just to get a little debuff and to stop some potential haste pots as soon as you get out. That's a smart thing to do as a ranger. As you can see, Modern looks like they're doing a bit of a split. You have a big clump of people going towards the beach side, and look at that big wave of red from TC. They're trying to stop that A side from getting to the C side. They're trying to stop the A side before the C side starts ticking so they can rotate C. Yep, you have an A and C split. Kind of exactly what we were thinking would happen. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to take off the alert box for now. And it looks like you have a big tick on C point. And look, TC, this is exactly why TC chose to run out the A side and try to wipe them at A. Because they want to be able to go to C in time to stop them at C. And it looks like TC is going to have a big wall to get into. C is already taken to 50%. And exactly like what I said, TC killed them in A. And they want to get over in C in time to stop them. Now, TC is going to be running into the wave of Modern on attack here. The C point is ticking to about 70%. And you have TC running into Modern right now. The C point is taking about 75%. A point starts getting some ticks too. And it looks like El Twinkie goes down on this side. C point is at about 75-80%. As you can see, C point is about 75-80%. We are on Master 10s right now. A point's taking it about 50. TC doing a good job at clearing them off on the C point. It looks like they're losing influence, but A point is now ticking at about 70%. So now A point is ticking to 70%. Now that TC went to C side, now they have to make the mad dash to get back to A. Are they going to lose A? This is exactly what happens when you can't spawn on points anymore. A is ticking to about 90%, and it looks like Modern is coming out in the first 2 minutes strong. Modern able to split TC from side to side, able to take that A point off the rip, and we are only 2 minutes in. Modern got a point, and C point is ticking to about 40%. This is what they're reminding TC why they are Modern. They are here. They are on this server. They are Pluto. And you have B point ticking. You have C point ticking about 10%. It looks like that A Force team is going over to the B point. It looks like the A team is going to B point, trying to put a lot of pressure. You have a death coming in. You got 7 seconds on the respawn. Let's check out and see what El Twinkie is doing over here. He is on B side. He's on B side trying to get these points down, or trying to get some tick in. B taking at about 15-20%. We're only 3 minutes in, and you got to be thinking if you're TC, you're worried. Look at all this influence that is already going on the points. Modern right now has to focus on getting some big, TC right now has to focus on getting some big wipes right now. You can see Gravwell's going out. Mystery White, Shig trying to get some damage in. They're getting in the back line. B is not ticking right now. Right now, TC doing a good job at keeping Modern off the point. You can see big grabs, big plays are being put on the point right now. Whoever wins these big team fights is important. Remember, defenders cannot spawn on point. And look at all these grabs. You need to start winning these fights. B is at about 40%. We're only 3 minutes in, and this is extremely good. This is going fast. It might already get to 1 point hold. A little bit of a pause here. Hopefully it comes back in a second. Twinkie. All right, B point is at about 50%. Now they're dancing around the point a little. It looks like the call from attack is to dance around a little bit, focus around the point. Don't everybody clump on the point. You don't want to die right now. You want to get enough kills on the defender side to keep them spawning in the fort. And B point taking is about 60%, but you can see TC making a call to clear the point. B point is at about 60, 65, and it looks like there's still a whole lot of Modern on that point. B point taking to about 75. Respawns are going to be coming in. For defense has to be very careful here. The respawns are going to be hitting B point. Modern's respawns are going to be hitting B point. If TC gets caught lacking here and gets big wiped, then they're going to have to spawn in the fort. And it looks like respawns are going to be coming in right now. Huge clumps on the point. We got huge clumps on the point. And it looks like Modern's losing this battle. From my perspective. We can see how it goes. The influence going down. Modern, look at that huge stack from Modern. They are winning this clump, or from TC. They are winning this clump fight. Modern getting wiped. B point ticking down. Modern just got wiped. TC able to repel that invasion. TC able to stop Modern from getting influenced right now, and it is ticking down. Let's take a breather. We're only 5 minutes into this war, guys. Modern having a big show of force. TC able to stop them. Modern right now does not want all that influence to go down on B, and as you can see, you're ticking C point right now at about 15-20%. B, all of the influence of B hasn't gone down just yet. They're trying to spread TC thin. A big clump fight right there, and L Twinkie able to survive that. It looks like Modern's able to win that clump fight, and this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys, when I say that Modern knows how to win the clump fights. Modern beat TC in that clump fight 100%, and C is ticking. This is horrible if you're TC. If you're respawning right now, if you're TC, you are trying to tell your guys, do we go B? Do we go C? We don't have any agency anywhere. It looks like Modern's winning B, and C is only ticking up. C looks like it might be stalled. It might be stalled at about 75%, but B is ticking to about 50. And look at the influence that is being gained on both of these point guys. We are 6 seconds. And look at those red skulls drop. Modern getting a big group kill on TC right here. C point is at about 50-60%. Modern doing a good job on attack here. They're doing a fantastic job. If I was the shot caller right now, I would be shook. I would be shook right now. B ticking to about 70%. B is ticking. Look at that giant clump right there. You see Drylip in there. Who's going to win this clump fight? It is a tug and war, and it looks like more TC going down than Modern, and B points taking about 90%. 90%, you can see the defenders making a call to just get on the point, but it looks like it might be fruitless. It looks like Modern might be winning this. We'll see. We'll see how this clump fight goes. There's tons of people dancing around the point, trying not to be caught in that crossfire. You do not want to be in that crossfire right now. You got 90% on the point. It looks like it's ticking down. TC able to repel it, but look at all those red skulls. Some blue skulls going down. This is a tug and war battle between two of the server's best, guys. Two of the server's best. It is a tug and war battle. We got respawns coming up. And B point ticking to about 90%. 90%, and you see C point is ticking as well. Modern's going to make the call to get to the B point and try and get TC. TC has to be careful here. Look at those big clumps. I would be looking on that clump on the point, and TC gets caught in it. TC gets caught in the Modern respawns. And guys, unless it looks like I could, if I was a betting man, I would say that TC or that Modern take this point right now. They are making the call to get onto the point. TC trying to save it, but it looks like Modern is going to be able to take B point. It looks like it is a tug of war. It's close, and they did. Modern takes B point, guys. C point's already at 15-20%. We're 7 minutes in this game. Modern is attacking TC relentlessly. C point is already about 10%, and you can see all the people are going to be rotating from B to C. Look, this guy's putting "don't panic" in the chat. Jarv, insane mad lad, just saying don't panic, TC. We have you guys 8 minutes in, and they already have 2 points against TC. You would say that I thought TC might be able to hold Modern off a little bit longer than this, but you can see Modern's attack is so strong. Mikey Duggan there. Big bruiser, huge wipe right now. Modern right now getting onto the point. TC trying to do what they can to defend it. C point look like it's already taking about 5%, and we're going to have respawns going in. We're going to have respawns going into C point right now. Modern looking super strong here. We're going to see how they utilize these clump kills. And look at that, couple blue skulls going down. TC holding off a little bit. Now let's see, the respawns are coming in. Do they get the counter kills? That's what's important. You have to watch the respawns. And it looks like Modern's choosing to make this trickle-in effect. They're not going in. They're not doing a full regroup. They want to have a full trickle-in effect where it seems like they just keep coming. They keep coming. And that's what they're trying to do. But look at this big clump fight. Who's going to win this clump fight right now? It is huge. And it looks like TC goes in there, but some ice walls get out. They get out. And it looks like a lot of Modern trying to get through the war camp road, trying to go to that side, but TC able to clean them up. And they don't have any agency on the point. You can see a couple of Modern guys are trying to get ticks on the point. It looks like it. But then look, see TC coming in, trying to stop them. They're like, hey, don't tick that point. We don't want you ticking that point. We have 9 minutes. We're only 9 minutes into this game, guys. We have 21 minutes left. TC is going to have to pull off a really good hold here. Now, 1 point holds are actually really, 1 point holds are some of the best situations to be in if you're a defender. You only have this 1 point. Now, the thing is, you don't spawn on the point anymore, and you only spawn in fort. And look at these graphs. Look at these clumps on the point. You have to get some ice down on those. You have to ice them and make sure that they don't get out of the graphs, because you can see people dashing around trying to get out as a grab as soon as it ends. And you see L Twinkie here just trying to lay some ice storm, and look at him go back. Look, you see the respawns? Right now, they are calling for a regroup. They know that the trickle-in effect, like I was talking about, is not going to work. The trickle-in effect is not going to work. They're saying, guys, we need to make sure we do this group. And TC knows that. TC knows, like, hey, right now, we got to push them. We got to push them. Don't let them regroup. If we let them regroup, then they might actually be able to come in as a full 50. When you're on attack, one of the worst things that can happen to you is staggering. And if you full regroup, that's one of the best things that can happen to you. So right now, TC making the call to, hey, get into them. Don't let them regroup right now. And you can see they're struggling. Modern is struggling. But look at this. You can see the call from Modern is to go straight into the rotate. Screw the fort side. We need to go through the rotate and hit the point. And look, TC overcommitted on the fort side. Now Modern's going to be focusing around the point, around C point right now, the last point up. And now look at this. Big forces on this side. It's going to matter if TC can push into Modern enough and get enough kills. C is ticking at about 5-10%. A couple blue skulls going down. We see some grabs. We see a ton of ice on the point. Whose ice is whose? We don't know. We have about 10% of influence, and you can see big clump fights over there. It looks like TC might be winning them a little bit, but a huge wave of Modern coming in from that bonfire side. Modern is making a wave through TC right now, trying to push them to that beach side. El Twinkie goes down. We got 3 seconds on the respawn. C is ticking to about 15%. A couple blue skulls go down, but that death isn't that bad. Those guys just respawn. If you die right there, that's a good thing. You have about 19 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Then it looks like they're coming in from the rotate. They're trying to still push into the rotate, create the trickle effect. Then it looks like TC has a lot of people on this war camp side. As you can see though, look at the back. You see a lot of TC's players positioning on the beach side because all of Modern is coming in through the rotate. So you can have your range players, your healers, just sit on that beach side, and look at that huge wipe. Modern getting wiped by TC on that side there. Right now, TC doing a good job at playing the position. They know that that Modern has agency on the bonfire side and the fort side, but what they don't have agency on is that beach side. They are holding that beach side very well. This is a very good war already. We are 18 minutes in, guys. We are 18 minutes in. We are 12 minutes in, my bad. And you see Modern coming in from the fort side. They're trying to come in from the fort side and create a flanking situation because most of TC was focused on the point. Let's see if Modern can get these clump kills. They got a couple red skulls going down. You can see they're trying to get pressure through the fort side, but you're going to have some of TC's respawns coming from the fort. So you should expect some grabs to your back. You have to be careful. If you put your back to the fort now, you're going to have guys coming in behind you. If you're looking at the point and you have your back to that fort, you got to be careful. C point taking about 5 or 10%. TC making the call to clear the fort side. TC is clearing the fort side right now, and you can see Modern trickling in. It's a big trickle in from this fort side. It looks like Modern's kind of doing a bit of a regroup. They're not full regrouping, but they're not fully committing. They're waiting for the respawns to get in, and his gravel just got 8. That sucks, feels bad. We have them, it looks like they're positioning to go into that bonfire, and I should expect a big grab on that bonfire side in a second. You can see it's about to be a ton of grabs going down. El Twinkie trying to peel for some of his bow players over here, some of his healers that are stuck over here on this fort side. TC pushing into him on the bonfire side, making sure that Modern can't fight around the point. And that's what's important. Useless TC player. He is a shot caller for TC. And I bet right now he's making the calls. Look at that. You try to attack useless TC player and you got his whole goon squad coming to you. You guys see that? You try to say, oh, TC player, he's right there. Boom, you are dead. You attack him. You should expect the call is going to be say, hey, fuck this guy up. You should be expecting that. We have C point taking about 5%. They are making a call to go in. The people going to the point on C point right now is Modern is a little weird to me. The respawns just came up. They might want to wait for those respawns to go in so they can reinforce them. I'm a little hesitant on that call to go on the point right there. We'll see how they're surviving over there. And it looks like TC still has full agency of the point. TC still has full agency of the point. Modern looking a little scrambled here. You have some people fighting fort side, some people fighting war camp side. Big grav goes down. That's a pretty solid grav. TC player now, TC player goes down. El Twinkie doing some justice, saying this is for killing me, buddy. We have 16 minutes left on this game, and Modern making a push to the point. They're slowly getting influence. They might not be taking the point, but every time they get these big pushes, they do start taking the point. They have to make this to where they put themselves in a winning advantage here. And now look, see, this is Modern right now. They are trying to get agency on the beach side. They're trying to make it to where TC has to focus beach side, because as soon as TC has to focus beach side, they're not looking at the point in the bonfire side anymore. So that trickle in effect actually feels a lot better because they're not getting stopped as much. Now you can see C is ticking up to about 15%. C is ticking to about 15%, guys. It's looking good for Modern. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how these clump fights go. When you see Red Skull's going down, TC's being pushed off the point. This is looking pretty good here. This is looking pretty good. We got about 30% on this point right now. Modern is doing a solid job at ticking. You can see a lot of TC players getting caught. Meat Panther is a healer. You don't want to be stuck in there if you're Meat Panther right now. C point ticking at about 50. You're going to see some respawns. And guys, this is looking really good for Modern. You're going to see TC respawns coming in right now. They're going to be trying to look at the point. C point's taking about 60%, guys. C point's taking. TC's going to be coming in. They're going to be trying to ward them off. They're going to throw ice. They're going to throw grabs. They're going to try and get them off this point because right now Modern has a good agency. Modern making the call to get out of the point. Don't get into the point. Make sure that they funnel into it and then re-grab them, re-ice them, funnel them to the point. And you can see a lot of TC fighting in this bonfire side. Modern's not too worried about taking the point right now. They know that they have to get the kills first. And as you can see, they're getting some of those kills right now. If I was a betting man, it looks like Modern is on the winning side of this fight. And you can see C point going to about 60%. TC making a call to get to the point. We'll see if Modern wins this clump fight. C point is at about 75. Modern has to be careful here. If they overcommit too early and worry about influence, they could die to a big clump. But it looks like C point is at about 75, 80%. TC coming in strong though. You see the respawn's trying to get him. But guys, I don't think it's going to be enough. TC trying to come from the bonfire side. C point at about 90%. 90%. Can TC stop Modern? It doesn't. I don't think they will. But look at these big. It looks like Modern able to get a bunch of kills on TC, and Modern looks like they're going to be taking this point, guys. Modern took C point. We have a fort fight, guys. We have a fort fight night. We are in the fort fight right now, guys. We have 14 minutes. Modern trying to make a big statement against TC right here. They're saying, you came to our server. You guys think you're top dogs? We are the top dogs here. 14 minutes, guys. Let's see how Modern attacks this fort. Let's see how they go. It looks like they got some powder kegs on B. They're trying to blow up the gates. Right now, you're going to be looking at the gates right now. You're going to be trying to get all the gates down. You want to try and create that pressure. And look, TC's like, get the hell off our gate. What are you doing? Big strike force coming from the walls. TC not letting him have it. TC's like, get out of here. That was actually really funny. They just jumped from the wall like a bunch of monkeys, man. They were like, no, get out of here. So right now, Modern having to fight to just get the point, or just to get the gate down. But as you can see, C point is down. The C gate is down right now. So Modern able to get some agency on the fort somewhere. A gate is going down. B is full. L Twinkie goes down. Right now we have respawns. Respawn should be up right now. Let's see what it's looking like. A and C gate are down. D gate, a back gate, is down. Right now they only have 2 more gates to get down, and TC fighting outside, trying to create the stagger effect. The reason why you're seeing TC outside right now is because they're trying to stagger, and look, they're like a hive mind. They're like, get back into the fort. Look at him. The call is being made like, TC, guys, we need you back in the fort. People out of B, we need you in the fort right now. But they're like, guys, we can't get out of the fort. These guys are shooting us. We can't get out, or we can't get back in the fort. They're making the call to try and kill the guys, stopping them from getting into the fort. TC making a good showing here on trying to stop this, repel the invasion at B side. TC fighting them off. All gates down except for B. But if you're Modern, you want to make sure all the gates are down first before you full commit. That's why you don't see a whole any point ticking right now, and you see a lot of Modern making the call to try and get this B gate down. You want as much pressure on the fort as possible. A fort fight is very hard. If you don't have all the gates down and create a situation where you're making your opponent think about every single door, then it doesn't feel as good. And Modern able to take all the gates down. You can see Gravwell ready from TC there. They were ready for them to push through. And it looks like this is going to be a huge clump fight. Who is going to win this clump fight, guys? We will see who's going to win it. It looks like Modern is looking like they're going to start winning this clump fight. TC starting to die a little bit. Can all of Modern push through enough, though, to create some agency? You have Modern fighting on the respawns right now, too. You have some of Modern trying to fight on the respawns, making sure, like, hey, TC, don't forget us about back here. We're back here. Don't look at B gate. They're trying to distract them from B gate so the people at B gate can get in. And it looks like he's healing up. He's trying to dance around the point. And this is an interesting situation that TC is in right now. They have influence from a lot of angles. TC looking a little scrambled. Modern slowly trickling in, but it doesn't look like Modern has a big enough force to put any pressure on the points. I wonder what these respawns are looking like. Right now, one of the best things you can do on attack is focusing the respawns. If you can make it to where you get good kills on respawn timing, then it makes it to where you can run to that point and you're not too worried about it, because if you kill them as soon as they respawn, at this point in the game, respawns are about 40 seconds. So if you kill somebody as soon as they respawn, it means a lot more than as if you just kill them a little bit. And as you can see, guys, the fort is ticking to about 5-10%, and it looks like it's going back down. A gate repaired. TC doing a good job at repairing that A gate. And look at all the modern on the point right here. This is a lot of modern on the point. TC clumps. Are they able to get these kills? Oh no, it is tragic. It is tragic if you're TC right now. That is a big wipe kill. That is a big wipe on the 4 point, and the 4 points ticking to about 25%, guys. 30%. TC is scrambling right now. TC is saying, get the hell off of our fort. We do not want you guys in here. You can see all of TC getting to the fort right now on the point. They're like, guys, we need to focus the point. We need to kill Modern on the point. But did Modern get enough respawn kills? I don't think they did. Modern was not focused in the respawns enough, so that whenever TC respawned, they were able to get on the point and stop Modern. Not enough time on the respawn. The respawn timers were not checked. That was a problem right there on the Modern side. They went too early. You have to make sure that as soon as you make that call to get all on the point, you have to make sure that they just got put on a 30-second respawn. That big wipe and that big clump that they had was fantastic. But the problem is they all just respawn about 5 seconds after. So it kind of negates what happens. So we'll see how they do this clump right here. It looks like a big clump, not too much follow-up. Modern, 10 minutes left in this game, and that's more than enough time to get this fort, guys. You can see it can tick fast. 4 points tick very fast, and it can be very surprising. TC, as you can see, pushing out into the attackers. So why you want to do this, why you want to push out into the attackers, is because if you can get a couple kills and stagger them, that's great. Look at this respawn timer. We're at about 37-second respawn timer, guys. Hydro homie. Oh, I need some water. All right, guys, we got 20 seconds. We got 20 seconds on the respawn. Modern, look at them at the gate. They should wait for the respawns before they full commit here, in my opinion, and it looks like they're doing just that. El Pingüino Fuego going in, I think, maybe a little early. Respawns up in 8 seconds. Modern, you can see they're making the call. It doesn't matter if he dies right now. He's got 5 seconds on the respawn. Right now, Modern making the call to regroup. This is smart. Whenever you're on a fort fight, you have to make sure you regroup. If you do not regroup, if you're not fully grouped, it is a bad situation. You will just constantly stagger. They're spawning in the fort. You're having to run to the fort. You're going to lose that. Right now, Modern, regrouping. Respawns coming in. Let's see where they have pressure. It looks like they have a 10-man squad at B, and I'm assuming, guys, they probably have a 10-man squad coming through the A and C side too. And as you can see, this is going to make TC look at a lot of pressure points. They're going to have to make the decision on where they want to send their guys. El Twinkie Ballsy just running in there like a mad lad. He's trying to, whoa, a little bit of desync there. If you play New World, we know it. We love it. And you got Modern infiltrating this fort. You can see they're all over the fort right now. Modern taking it a little slow, stopping the war horns. They're like, okay, we got to get the siege. They're trying to be calculated. With a fort fight, you have to be a little calculated. You cannot afford to let things go. And look, Modern taking their time. They're not worried about the point. They say, hey, let's take a few seconds. We have 8 minutes left to cap this fort. Let's take some time to kill all of the siege. The war horns giving buffs. This is going to take them a second here. We got 8 minutes left, and it looks like Modern's calling to say, chill out, guys. Let's get some siege down. TC is okay with that. They're like, okay, guys, come on. We just got to hold them 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes, guys. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left, and it looks like Modern is starting to make the call to focus around the fort. You can see people above the shop side, the shop respawns. You can see Modern trying to get the shop respawns here. We got 7 minutes and 40 seconds, guys. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in this, guys. I am extremely hyped. This is going to be interesting. Right now, we are just waiting for Modern to pull the trigger. That's what we're waiting on. When they pull the trigger, you guys are going to notice it. When the trigger is pulled, you're going to see everybody from the fort, everybody from the respawn sides going onto the point. Whenever they feel like they get a big enough wipe, then that's going to be the trigger. When they feel like, hey, we got a big enough wipe here, we're going to start looking point. El Twinkie getting a little caught there. TC doing a good job at cleaning up. TC is not letting Modern try to get to the chance to pull the trigger. Look at how many people TC has committed on the respawns. TC's like, don't camp our respawns, because they know that as soon as the respawns start getting camped, it's super hard for the defenders to defend against the point. So TC doing a good job at warding Modern off on the respawns around the shop side. Right now, this is a good place to be if you're TC. You have 10 seconds on the respawn. It doesn't look like Modern has too much agency on the fort right now. You can see some of Modern fighting up on the shop side. It looks like they're trying to get some kills here. Look at that big clump. Look at that big graph. Right now, if you're Modern, you don't want to worry about killing them too much. But right now, if you're TC, you got to be careful spawning in. If you're TC, you got to be careful. And if you're attack, you got to get in there fast. You know that TC is focused on the respawns. Those gates are free real estate. It's free real estate. They can run right in. And look, you can see El Twinkie running right in. And it looks like the fort's taking about 10%. Modern pulled the trigger, guys. They're trying to pull the trigger. The TC focused really heavy on the respawns, and now Modern is trying to get to the point. But I don't think it was enough. Modern didn't get enough kills. What is the respawn timers for TC right now? Everything matters. Everything is important. We got 6 minutes left. Every kill is going to start hurting more and more. You guys are going to see as soon as we get to about 5 minutes left, you are going to be put on sleeper 50-second respawn kills if you get killed at the wrong time. The last thing you want to do is get killed at the wrong time here, guys. You have 5 minutes and 40 seconds, and it looks like TC doing a good job at keeping Modern scattered. Modern is continuing to be scattered here. Kenneth fighting on the point. I believe he's the governor of Modern. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. 45-second respawns. But TC should be around that respawn timer too. When you see a couple TC going down. Modern, I think if you're Modern right now, look, they're trying to focus on the point. You might want to be looking at the respawns. You got 30 seconds on the respawn. Modern, not able to get any influence on this fort. Modern not able to get any influence on this fort. You can see TC grouping on the back of that point. If I was Modern, I'd be getting some of them grabs down, getting some of them kills. We got 20 seconds. They need to start winning some clump fights. We got 15 seconds left in the game. The fort is ticking a little bit, about 10%. Modern getting good influence. And look at that big clump on the back. Is there any follow-up? TC able to win that clump fight. Modern fighting in and around the point. Not getting enough influence. Respawns up in 1. If you're in the fort, you have to survive right now. The respawns came up and you're at minute spawn timers. You were at minute spawn timers at this point. You do not want to die if that just came up. And TC doing a fantastic job at putting C up. C gate is up now. So now Modern can't go through C gate. And with 4 minutes left, that's important. You guys it is very important. They don't think that they have the time to take C gate. So they might have to just factor that in, that they can't go through C anymore, which is very important when it comes to getting pressure. Respawns came in and it looks like they ran straight to the point. They're looking at the point fight. They're getting a couple kills. Good wipes against TC here, but TC going for some counter kills, and TC able to ward off the Modern pressure. Modern has to think of a strategy that they can get some influence on this point. They're not winning in by this trickle effect. They did a full regroup around 10 minutes, but they didn't do another. You only have 4 minutes left. You need to be thinking about a regroup. Let's see where we're at. You need to be thinking about a regroup. Right now, you need to be thinking about final pushes. And look, it's exactly like I said, guys. Everybody taking their time. Get on the point. What do we need to buy, guys? Cleansing pots? Okay, what do we need to buy? Infernal traps? All right, we got to get them. You can see Modern stopping outside the fort. They're like, guys, this has to be our last push. They know it. Everybody knows it right now. And TC able to get A gate up too. And look, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. TC putting C gate up, making it a pain where Modern can't pressure. But Modern's like, guys, we got to get these damn gates down. But if TC puts too many people out right here and dies for no reason, they could potentially run in. And actually, Modern could potentially run in and get the point. TC's got to be careful if they lose these clump fights. But it looks like TC's actually winning by a lot. TC committing a lot on the C gate to make sure the C side doesn't fumble. So they're able to hold off the C side, and I'm wondering what Modern's A side looks like. You can see a guy in there on the point. It looks like A side did okay. But C side's making the call to go in. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the point, guy, or left on the clock. Oh my gosh, Modern getting wiped by TC right there. And this is a horrible situation that you're in. You have 45 seconds left. This is horrible. They fumbled the bag. Unless I can see. Let's take a different point of view. Let's see if Master's up here. We got to see right now. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, guys. Oh, and it looks like the fort is at 25%. Respawns are heavy right now. TC looks like they're getting wiped. It looks like TC's getting wiped. A lot of TC's going to be looking at the point. The fort is at about 50-60%. Modern coming in through the A side. They said, screw the C side. We're going to come in through the A side. TC, are they able to clear off the point? Are they able to clear off the point? It looks like they might. It looks like they're stopping the attackers from getting influence. But guys, if I remember, right now the respawn timers for Modern should be coming in any second. If I recall, the respawn timers should be coming in any second. And that reinforcement might just be enough for them to take the point. It is getting close. We have almost 2 minutes left in this game. We have almost 2 minutes. You can see TC respawns coming out. If you die right now in your TC, you do not want to die. If you're Modern, you have 2 minutes. You know the death timers are 1 whole minute. You want to get kills. You want to get kills right now. You want to get big wipes. Whoever wins these big wipes right now is going to be who wins this game. TC doing a good job. All the influence down. You have 1 minute and 30. Right now, if you die, that is your last death. You may not be able to get another chance, and it looks like 1 minute 22 seconds left in this game. And we got some dead boys. We got some dead boys in the chat from Modern. We got dead boys. TC doing a decent job at warding them off. Guys, I don't know if there's enough time. I don't know if there's enough time left in this game for Modern to take this fort from TC. 15 seconds left, and TC cleaning up shop on Modern. TC is cleaning up shop on Modern. We got 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds left. And I don't think they're going to have it. Gig'em getting the kill right here. Let's see what these respawns are. I think you only got 40 seconds left in this game. Click something, man. Respawn. You got what? 40 seconds? I don't even care. Go. Yes, I was right. 45 seconds. You hate spot. You get in there and you see Modern. They're charging. They're charging into that fort. They're saying, guys, we got to make a last-ditch effort to get some of this shit. Rowan Cut, Chris Tucker, all of them being fed to the slaughter. They're trying to get some pressure over here. TC's like, you guys can't run in here. This is our territory. This is our fort. But some of the Modern boys trickle into the point. It looks like TC really focused the A side, and the point's looking at about 15%. 20%. TC's going to turn around and try and stop them. There's only 10 seconds. It's getting close. How much can Modern tick right here? How much can they tick? It's at about 20-25%. Only 5 seconds left, guys, and that's a GG. What a good game. What a good game, guys. TC versus Modern. Always showing up. Always showing out. Always showing up and showing out, guys. Fantastic war. Give it up for TC and Modern there.
Let's go.
Mick Will TV, thank you so much for the follow. If you guys like any of my shoutcasting, please follow, subscribe. Your boy Willie, doing it for the people, doing it for the server.
Let's go.
Rafiki, thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Damn, that was a good war, guys. Great cast. Thank you, Arctic Monkey. I appreciate it. That was a damn good war, guys. TC and Modern showing up. Modern was close. They got the point to about 60%. Kalito showing up. Thank you guys so much for the love. I'm sure there were some people that followed while I was casting there. Remember to follow and subscribe if you love it. We got 2 more wars coming tonight, guys. 2 more wars. Your boy will be up casting, shouting, shoutcasting. All these fire staff clump. LM Ken, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. LM Ken, a streamer that we followed a few times here. We've shot called some of his wars, so big props to him. Big ups. Man, that was a banger, guys. Sheesh, that was a banger. That was an epic battle. It was an epic